Last night, you spent 2 hours deciding what to wear to the party. This morning, it'll take you 2 minutes to list it on Depop and make your money back. Just grab your phone, snap a few photos, and we'll take care of the rest. The sheer dress and platform heels you'll never wear again? There's a birthday girl searching for them right now. Your one and done look is about to pay for your next night out. Or at least the ride home. Your style can make you cash. Start selling on Depop, where taste recognizes taste.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Excuse me, taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
John Catsimatidis, welcome to your radio station. Now, John is a very successful supermarket, grocery store owner. Owns a number of chains in New York City, the most competitive market in the world. The mayor of New York City, one of his campaign promises was that he was going to open supermarkets and offer free food. Everybody knew that this was a curious thing to pledge. And now he's starting to roll out this promise. You ready? His first promise is one store in Harlem by the end of the year, and the expense apparently is $30 million. Now, John Catsimatidis, how is it possible? Well, I'm going to shut up now. Is it possible to open a supermarket for $30 million?
Well, you could do anything. I mean, I remember what was his name from the British guy Maxwell that created all this. I guess what did he buy? Did he buy Donald Trump's yacht at that time, and everything was gold? And you could spend money like it's going out of style. Look, I met with the mayor a few weeks ago, and I said to him, look, there's nobody knows the food business better than I do. I've been in it for, oh my God, I hate to say over 50 years.
Right.
I said, for the cost of a cup of coffee, I will advise you in any way you want, and that way you could hear the other side of the story. You know, he's a smart kid. But he's only 34 years old, and he just got started. So he needs advice, and he needs advisors. I mean, you remember at the age of 34, I don't know about you, Walter, but I didn't know much about anything. And if you read my book, The Other Side, I said that I had a lot of mentors in my 20s. Because you needed mentors, you needed people with a little bit of gray hair and to advice. You don't have to take the advice. I said to him, Mr. Mayor, you're the mayor. You don't have to take the advice. But being a smart kid, went to Bronx Science High School, and the only thing we argued about that day is Brooklyn Tech High School, where I went to, was a better school.
It was.
And he said, we're never going to agree to that, he says. I said, okay. That should be our biggest disagreement. But they're both fine schools, two of the finest high schools in the country in New York City at that time. And when you're that smart, at least you should listen. And I listened when I was in my 20s. I had maybe 12 mentors. And a lot of them, because in New York, a lot of them were Jewish. I probably had, of my 12 mentors, probably 8 or 9 of them were Jewish. And but I learned a lot. And that's what led to my success. So I volunteered for the cost of a cup of coffee, and that's to be an advisor to him and give him the right advice. Let's see if he takes me up on it. And we've talked since then. I've talked to his deputy mayor, too, who he is assigned. Look, you don't spend $30 million on one location and then give away everything. It has a lot of problems. In New York City, you go into retail stores and you steal something, nobody goes to jail. So what happens if you give it? He's not saying he's going to give it away for free. He says he's going to give it away cheaper than any place else.
Right.
But what happens if the criminals go in and steal it, and the current policy, they don't believe in arresting criminals? If they steal it, who's going to stop them? And what's going to happen? And that's what happened in some of the neighborhoods that opened up supermarkets of that type in Atlanta, in Kansas. They're thinking in Chicago. Is eventually you run out of other how do they say it in Great Britain? You run out of other people's money.
Now, John Katzimatidis, you've run several successful chains of supermarkets. Just to give us some perspective, if you were to open up a supermarket location, an additional location at one of your chains, one of your stores, average, what would that cost? What would that investment look like?
Well, he wants to build a brand new building and a brand new store. Now, there's so many empty stores in New York City. The first thing I said to his deputy mayor is, why do you want to build a whole new, brand new building when so many empty stores or so many empty buildings exist already? And
what did he
said,
say? What did he say?
Well, let's put it this way. I hope they listen to my advice, and we'll know. I was on Fox Television the other day, and they said to me, "Well, his first 100 days, should we have a report card?" I said, "He is new, he's young, and he's smart. Instead of giving him 100 days, maybe we should give him 150 days to see how things progress." And I think that is a smart thing to do. Give him 150 days. Let him decide. Let him listen to the advice of a lot of people around him. Let him listen to other people's advice, and let's pray for New York City.
The other thing that he promised was free buses, and I never knew why he promised that, because he does not make that decision. That is, the buses and the subways are controlled by the state. They're controlled by the state. And I noticed, pretty funny, shortly after he became mayor, the signage on the buses changed. So when the bus was coming at you, it said, "Fare required."
Completely.
He knew he was going to load up with people who thought that they didn't have to pay the fare anymore now that he was mayor. But it says, "Fare required." They had to make it clear. He's never going to get that through. I don't know why he promised it. And if he really believed he had that authority, I'm worried right there.
Well, I'll tell you what happened. He had a nice press conference last week, and I think the MTA gave him one bus that was free. They did a nice press conference on that one bus.
Yeah.
The other fact is that, so everybody would know, but once those buses have a mortgage on them, and the mortgage is with bonds. So everything that all the income that comes in from those buses go to the bondholders. And, you can't default on your bonds. So somebody has to, how do you say, somebody has to pay the $2,
Yep. Now,
but welcome to the other side of midnight.
Thank you.
And I look forward. I'm up at nights a lot.
I've heard.
And I look forward to you tingling and tickling my mind with mysteries I don't know about, and I love those mysteries. And whether it's below the earth, above the earth, or on the moon, or on Mars, wherever those mysteries are, I love to scratch my head and wonder. And sometimes that's what 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning is for, wondering what the world is all about.
John Katzimatidis, author of the book, How Far Do You Want to Go? Worth getting if you want to become a billionaire. How far do you want to go? John Catsimatidis, owner, operator of the Red Apple Audio Networks. Thanks, John. Thank you very much for being on the other side of midnight.
You know, I keep making a mistake. Your last name spelled Sterling, S-T-I-R or S-T-E-R? How do you really spell your name?
We've put a team of people on it so that on the app you could be able to spell it either way, but it's Sterling.
Well, no wonder I couldn't find your minicast the other night. You had a wonderful guy on from Ancient Aliens, and
Yes.
I wanted to rehear it. And that Ancient Aliens show is unbelievable. It's gone on for 22 years, and nobody realizes it's done by National Geographic, and it's owned by Disney, and those Ancient Aliens things. And when we talk about the pyramids, we talk about who really built the pyramids. I mean, it wasn't the slaves of Israel. It wasn't the slaves from the surrounding countries. I mean, those are stones that are 50 tons, 60 tons apiece.
It was not guys with copper chisels.
It was not. I mean, somebody helped the Egyptians. Somebody helped. And when the strange thing about it is, they found pyramids not only in Egypt. There are pyramids all over the world. And who
Antarctica.
built these pyramids? Antarctica. There's pyramids. You know what I said to? I wanted to ask the astronauts.
What?
Did you see any pyramids on the other side of the moon?
Do you think they would tell us?
No.
No, I don't think so. But I believe they did see them, and I think that's why they went. I actually think that's why they circled the back of the moon to see whether or not there were pyramids there.
Well, they did say the other side of the moon that the planet Earth never sees is a little bit different. And we'll find out someday. Someday they will tell us. But until that day, that major general that revealed to Congress that was in charge of UFOs,
Vanished.
that major general and he went missing.
Right.
He left his wallet. Two-star general that dared to go to Congress, and he was in charge of all UFOs and everything in our government. And he went to Congress and disclosed certain things, and he was going to disclose more things. And I think he even went to the president. But one day, he left his wallet home, he left his watch home, only took his revolver, and he never came back. And the FBI is looking for him. Have they? I'd like to know. You keep on that one, on top of that one, and find out if that general ever shows up.
Now, what's important about that story, John, is that story was broken on your radio station. We broke that story. Ross Coulthart, a reporter on this show, works at News Nation. He got that story first, put it on this station first, and has followed it up twice a week on this show. And yes, we very much are staying on top of it. What's most interesting development in that story is for the first time ever, a couple nights ago, we heard the audio. We got the audio from his wife, what his wife said. Matter of fact, calm as could be in her 911 call, she said, I believe that the only reason that he cannot be found is that he does not want to be found.
It's very, very possible. And you mean the men in black went and got him?
They may have come to get him. We don't know. We don't know. But yes, we are on top of that. A major general disappears. That's kind of big news. It's amazing news. But it's a list of scientists who have been working on this topic. UFOs, aliens have been working on it for months or years. The minute they disclose, the minute they reveal, they disappear.
Well,
but we're on it, buddy.
Walter, that's why I listen to you every night to find out where all the mysteries are. Thank you for what you do, and keep up the good work. And I look forward to listening to you more often.
John, thank you for the privilege of being on your radio station and getting to work with you and this terrific team at the Red Apple Audio Networks. Thank you, John. The Other Side of Midnight with Walter Sterling and John Katsimatidis.